Hi everyone, it's Mitch. It's Friday, October 24th, and I'm just really excited. We have a good game going on tonight. We have a fantastic slate of games for tomorrow, and tomorrow is also the start of my picking contest. For those of you who have already sent your picks and back to me, I've got them, and I'll be posting them in the forum once I get everybody's picks back and the contest is closed. And I that's all explained in the newsletter that you received and with the with the picks. If you haven't entered yet and you haven't signed up for the newsletter in order to be eligible for the contest, that you still have time. You're running out of time, but you still do have time to enter. For those of you who received maybe a multiple email, maybe a second one, I apologize for that technical glitch. I'm not a tech guru. I'm not a tech genius. I'm a guy that watches college football, picks college football games, and is having a picking contest, and this is the first week of it, so it's new for me as well. In any event, let's get on to tonight's game and talk about the San Jose State Spartans hosting the Boise State Broncos. I'm going to go with San Jose State in this one. I know it's not the popular pick out there, but I got to go with the dog in this one. I think that they cover the points. I think they have a decent enough defense to hold down Boise off of the blue turf. Boise not the same team, away from home that they are on the blue turf. San Jose State has played solid defense all year long. No one has blown them out. No one has run up any kind of score on them, and most people have just had plain trouble moving the ball on them. San Jose State has done really well in this series as well. They have a good record of covering against Boise. They've also done really well against the WAC conference. This is a huge game in the WAC conference, and whether or not a lot of people tune into this game or not, this is one that if you're a fan of college football, this is a must-see game, because this is going to go a long way into deciding who the WAC champion is going to be this year. San Jose State, not everybody's pick, not certainly not the sexy pick, the pick of the networks or anything, but you gotta love the idea of the underdog. There's gonna be a lot of stories if San Jose State can pull this thing off. I'm not so sure they pull off the win. I think that they keep it close enough to get the cover. I think this game is possible overtime. San Jose State last year played a pretty tough Hawaii team who ended up going to a BCS bowl game, and we know they got blown out by Georgia once they finally got there, but they did go to a BCS bowl game, and San Jose State gave them fits last year at San Jose State. So it'll be interesting to see how they do this year, because I think San Jose State is better than they were last year, and I'm not so sure that this Boise team is as good as that Hawaii team was last year. So in any event, we're on San Jose State. As for tomorrow's games, I've written up just so many games in the blog this week that it's getting a little out of hand. But I'm going to write up 2 more for the newsletter tomorrow as well, and those picks I actually feel very strongly about. I've used the new rating system this week in the blog, and while not every game is going to jump off the page at me and say, wow, this one really looks like a blowout, or this one looks like a pick. I don't have a magical formula, guys. I just pick the games. These are the ones I feel strongest about based upon my system that I use and my numbers that I'm crunching. And, it may change, it may not change depending on how the point spread moves, but more than likely it's not going to change. And people, they write me, what are your locks? What are your locks? What are your locks? I don't have a lock. My lock was Troy against Florida Atlantic a couple weeks ago. You guys can check back on the YouTube video on that. They store them there, and you can even check under the Mitch's commentary videos, and you'll hear me pounding the table saying Troy, Troy, Troy when and boy, they made me seem like a genius that day. But in any event, that's pretty much the way I do it. If you want to talk things like that, of course we could always talk about them in the forum and say, yeah, you know what, you guys do have some good points. I always love to talk in the forums to everybody because I like to hear what everyone has to say and their opinions on games. And that's why, today on the blog, I have Jordan, who gave us that Temple winner the other night. I had him post his picks for us. He offered it up, and I said, absolutely. So he picks a lot of the bigger games from a lot of the bigger conferences that I don't always touch on. That I like to always find that value pick. Jordan finds the picks that it feels like the games that he's most comfortable with, and that we don't pick a lot of the same games, which is great. And some of the games we do pick, we don't necessarily agree on. So you get a couple varying opinions, along with multiple opinions that we could get in the forums as well. And in any event, I'll be back tomorrow. I could talk college football all day long. We'll be talking some more college football tomorrow, and I'll see you in the forums. This is Mitch, and thanks for joining me.